Have you ever wondered how we can truly know what is real? Who taught us to question everything we see, hear, or feel? Meet René Descartes, often called the father of modern philosophy. Born in 1596 in France, Descartes was not just a philosopher, he was also a mathematician, scientist, and revolutionary thinker who forever changed the way we think about knowledge, reason, and existence. Before we jump into his life and ideas, hi, I'm Federico, and I'm the creator behind this channel, The Mind of the Masters. If you enjoy learning about philosophy, history, and ideas that shape the world, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I also love hearing your suggestions. If there's a thinker or historical figure you'd like me to cover in a future video, leave it in the comments. And remember, there's a brand new video every day exploring great minds and their ideas. His most famous idea is captured in a simple but profound statement, Cogito, ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. This means that even if everything else in the world is uncertain, the very fact that we are thinking proves that we exist. This concept became the foundation for modern philosophy and the scientific approach to understanding reality. Descartes taught us that questioning everything is not skepticism, but the first step toward truth. From mathematics to medicine, from science to philosophy, his ideas continue to inspire thinkers around the world today. In this video, we will explore his life, his revolutionary ideas, and why his philosophy still matters in our modern world. Chapter 2. Life of René Descartes. René Descartes was born in 1596 in La Haye, France. From an early age, he showed exceptional curiosity and a love for learning. At just 8 years old, he entered the Jesuit college of La Flèche, where he studied Latin, philosophy, mathematics, and classical literature. This rigorous education laid the foundation for his critical thinking and logical reasoning. After completing his studies, Descartes traveled across Europe, exploring new ideas in science, mathematics, and philosophy. He briefly studied law, joined the army for a short period, and engaged with the scientific discoveries of his time. These experiences inspired him to develop a methodical approach to thinking, which would later become his famous method of doubt. In 1628, he settled in the Netherlands, where he would spend over 20 years of productive work. It was here that Descartes wrote most of his major works, including Discourse on the Method 1637, Meditations on First Philosophy 1641, and contributions to mathematics, such as analytic geometry. He lived a life dedicated to study, reflection, and teaching, often corresponding with leading thinkers across Europe. In 1649, Descartes was invited by Queen Christina of Sweden to teach philosophy in Stockholm. Despite the harsh climate and early morning lessons, he continued his intellectual work. Unfortunately, the cold and rigorous schedule affected his health, and he passed away in February 1650 at the age of 53. Descartes' life shows us the journey of a thinker who combined curiosity, discipline, and creativity to transform philosophy and science. From a small village in France to the courts of Sweden, his ideas left an enduring legacy that continues to influence our understanding of knowledge, reason, and existence. Chapter 3. Method of Doubt. René Descartes believed that in order to find true knowledge, we must first doubt everything that can possibly be doubted. This is called the method of doubt. He said, "If you would be a real seeker after truth, it is necessary that at least once in your life you doubt, as far as possible, all things." He realized that our senses can sometimes deceive us. For example, a straight stick may appear bent when placed in water, or we might dream of a world that seems real. How can we be certain that anything we perceive is true? Descartes suggested that we must suspend judgment on anything uncertain and only accept what is completely clear and distinct. This method was revolutionary because, until then, people often accepted knowledge from tradition or authority without question. Imagine waking up and questioning if the world around you is real. This is exactly what Descartes asked himself. Through this process of careful doubt, he sought to find a foundation of absolute certainty upon which all knowledge could be built. His approach shows us that doubt is not weakness, but a tool for discovering truth. By questioning assumptions and thinking critically, we can reach knowledge that is truly reliable. Chapter 4. Cogito, ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. After applying his method of doubt, Descartes realized that while he could doubt everything, the world, his body, even his senses, there was one thing he could not doubt, the fact that he was thinking. This led to his most famous statement, Cogito, ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Even if an all-powerful deceiver tried to trick him, the very act of doubting proved that he existed as a thinking being. In other words, if you are thinking, then you must exist. To visualize this, imagine questioning everything around you. Is this chair real? Are the clouds real? And yet, the very act of asking these questions proves that you, the thinker, exist. This realization became the foundation of modern philosophy because Descartes now had a certainty he could build upon. From this single truth, he sought to reconstruct knowledge that was clear, distinct, and reliable. His insight teaches us that self-awareness and critical thinking are the first steps to understanding reality. Chapter 5. Dualism, Mind and Body. Building on his discovery of the thinking self, Descartes explored the relationship between the mind and the body. He proposed what is now called dualism, the idea that the mind and body are two fundamentally different substances. The mind is immaterial, conscious, and capable of thinking, reasoning, and imagining. The body, on the other hand, is material, physical, and follows the laws of nature. For example, your body can feel pain if you touch a hot surface, but your mind can imagine flying through the clouds or solving a complex math problem. The mind controls thoughts and decisions, while the body interacts with the physical world. Descartes explained that while the mind and body are separate, they interact closely. The mind influences the body, and the body can affect the mind. For instance, feeling tired or hungry can change the way we think. This idea of dualism has had a profound impact on philosophy, psychology, and science. It raises questions we still explore today, like, what is consciousness? How does the mind relate to the brain? Chapter 6. The Role of Reason and Mathematics. For Descartes, reason was the most powerful tool for discovering truth. He believed that by thinking clearly and logically, humans could understand the world and uncover certainty. Mathematics, in particular, became a model for Descartes. He admired how mathematical truths are precise, clear, and undeniable. This inspired him to apply similar methods to philosophy and science, breaking complex problems into simple, understandable parts. In fact, Descartes made important contributions to mathematics, including analytic geometry, which links algebra and geometry. By combining equations with shapes, he showed that math can describe the physical world in precise ways. For example, if you want to describe the path of a ball thrown in the air, mathematics allows you to predict exactly where it will land. Descartes believed that reason and logic could bring the same clarity to understanding life, the universe, and human existence. He said, "The preservation of health should be the first study of one who is of any worth to oneself." Showing his rational approach to life and thought, he emphasizes the importance of taking care of one's body and well-being as a foundation for a productive and meaningful life. For him, rational thinking and knowledge are useless if one's health is neglected. By maintaining physical and mental health, a person ensures they have the strength and clarity of mind to pursue reason, learning, and personal growth. In other words, Caring for oneself is not indulgence, but a practical and rational necessity for achieving one's goals and living a thoughtful, worthwhile life. Chapter 7. Proof of God. Descartes also explored the question of God's existence. He believed that understanding God was essential for establishing certainty in knowledge. His argument is based on the idea that we have in our minds the concept of a perfect, infinite being. Descartes reasoned that this idea could not have originated from an imperfect, finite human being like himself. Therefore, there must exist a being who truly possesses all the perfections. This being is God. In other words, the very fact that we can conceive of perfection proves that perfection exists in some form. Descartes believed that God, being perfect and benevolent, would not deceive us. This guarantees that the clear and distinct ideas we have through reason can be trusted. For example, if you imagine a perfectly round circle, you know that such perfection exists as an idea, even if you cannot create it in reality. Similarly, the idea of God points to a source of ultimate perfection beyond ourselves. This proof helped Descartes rebuild knowledge on a solid foundation, connecting reason, certainty, and faith. He said, "The idea of God is clearly and distinctly in me, therefore God exists." This thought reflects his argument for the existence of God based on reason. He noticed that humans have the concept of a perfect, infinite being, something far greater than any human. Since he, as a finite and imperfect being, could not have created this idea on his own, Descartes concluded that the idea must have come from a real, perfect source, God. The very presence of the idea of God in our minds serves as proof that God exists, and this certainty provides a foundation for trusting reason and knowledge. Chapter 8. Legacy. Descartes' legacy is enormous. He is remembered as the father of modern philosophy, but his influence extends beyond philosophy into science, mathematics, psychology, and education. His ideas about reason, doubt, the mind-body distinction, and the pursuit of certainty continue to shape the way we think about knowledge today. Thinkers such as Spinoza, Leibniz, and Newton were inspired by his work, and even modern cognitive science and philosophy of mind trace their roots back to Descartes' questions about consciousness and reason. Descartes' life reminds us that curiosity, discipline, and critical thinking can change the world, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire generations of thinkers. Chapter 9. Conclusion. René Descartes was more than a philosopher. He was a revolutionary thinker who changed the way we understand knowledge, reason, and existence. From his early curiosity in France, through years of study and travel, to his time in the Netherlands and Sweden, Descartes dedicated his life to exploring the foundations of certainty. His method of doubt taught us to question assumptions. His famous phrase, Cogito, ergo sum, I think, therefore I am, gave us a foundation for self-awareness and knowledge. His dualism helped us explore the relationship between mind and body, and his work in mathematics and reason showed the power of logic and clarity. He even sought to prove the existence of God, connecting faith with reason. Descartes' legacy is everywhere, in philosophy, science, psychology, and mathematics. His life reminds us that curiosity, critical thinking, and disciplined reflection can lead to discoveries that shape the world. As he once said, "The reading of all good books is like a conversation with the finest men of past centuries." So, keep questioning, keep thinking, and keep exploring the world of ideas, just like Descartes did.